Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back for a myth even wilder than that which has come before. I have no idea what exactly we're doing today. There were other options on this menu. So, okay, all of this stuff is unlocked now. I guess. Okay, so here's just procedural story stuff. A 3-chapter procedural campaign starting with 3 legacy heroes. Okay, let's play through all of the programmed in overarching story things first. Then we'll see if we want to do some more here. A centuries-old war resurfaces, bringing with it questions of humanity, identity, and the price of ambition. A 5-chapter story with Morthagi as the main threat, which I'm way into because I think the Morthagi are super cool. Yeah, so we're gonna... Do we want to maybe dial the difficulty up a little bit? Walking Lunch is a really good name for a, Let's do one more on Adventurer. I think we're still just sort of like coming to terms with the mechanics. I do like Walking Lunch a lot as a difficulty name, though. 2 thumbs up on that. All right, so I have no idea how our previous legacy is going to play into this. So, a decisive peacemaker, an aloof leader, and a hot-headed goofball. I do feel like this is a little bit similar to our current, our previous setup. A poetical greed wagon. That's a hell of a thing to call somebody. There you go. That's what you want. You want a decisive greed wagon. If somebody's going to be committing to greed to that degree, you want them to really. You have no qualms about it. I guess let's do it like this. Galadglin is a heck of a name, and we're totally going to just leave that in place. So this one did not explicitly say that it had any legacy heroes in it, so maybe it will just be like a totally new thing. 1,000 years earlier, also 1,000 years earlier would probably make it a totally new thing. Coldion. That's okay, that's a thing you could be named. The initial limbs were a success, and I am confident the premise is sound. The thought of that sickness taking you first is too much to bear. We can ride this out together. We can endure. Kralvir, you can't be serious. You broke out the colored ink for that? Do you know how expensive that stuff is? There were things they told us of. Things without souls that walk in forgotten places, following orders from centuries ago. Don't linger in caves. Don't delve too deep. Could be more Morthagi down there. So they're sort of like, they're like Necrons, a little bit. Perhaps they were the story that let people channel their fear of eternity, of what would come to pass after their own deaths. Huh. Nightjaw was always our go-to threat growing up. Now that was a monster. And things in the dark can be left unseen. Nope, and also frogs. Also frogs in the dark can be left unseen. Until suddenly, they can't. That's a hell of a frog. That is a 4-star frog right there. Run. And then it did. And then it did. Okay, well, that could have gone worse. What was that? I will figure it out later. It told us to run. Mayhap we should. It seems to know what it's talking about, right? They may not bleed, but let's see if they can die. Yep, that's Ullus. Just pick up a tree branch and solve every problem the same way. Galadglin, grab whatever you can swing and come on. Don't tell me what to do. Yeah, okay, let's try having people who are just friends. We haven't seen the friendship, relationship stuff yet. Ah, we're on the same page, I see. Everybody in this party is hyper-violent. Any inspiring battle cries? Well, nothing I can polish off in 3 seconds. It's a very verbose battle crier. So we can probably just jump right into their character sheet and see exactly what the battle effect of them being friends is, right? So we got some spectics and some sommeliers, or probably one of each. Relationships. Nope, you're the wrong person. Sonetta is your crony. Okay, plus 10 block. Well, that's not that great, considering. Maybe it'll develop into something a little bit more interesting. So we don't actually know where the enemies are at this moment. I mean, we may as well run through the building, right? Just make sure that we clear stuff. All right, so you'll come out here next turn. Well, I'm sorry, we do in fact know that spectic is right there. If I click on it? No, I do not get a sense of its movement. Well, I guess take cover in the building. This is what I have decided we are doing. So can I fire through? Yeah, all right. If the cover's adjacent to me, it does not work as cover for the spectic. That's nice. I guess you're done. Okay, so it said took cover, but also armor shredded, and I was like, did she still get partially hit? But no, it was the cover's armor. All right, let's set up one of those wonderful... Okay, unnecessary, it turns out. But I was prepared to set up one of those wonderful flank attacks. Okay, so he's got half cover. That's a pretty poor shot. It's not easy to tell. Like, I wish that it indicated what cover would be from various locations. Like, if I step over here, is that going to get me clear of the half cover that he has there? Well, it got partially clear. He is only taking a quarter cover. But I don't think that was visible, like, on the tile or anything. Would have been nice. All right, there we go. And that should be a pretty easy flank shot. You know, it's just not the same without interfusion. So Galadglin is a greenhorn warrior. As a swift action, engage a foe. I don't think any of these are like terribly exciting. This is different, at least. I wanna try to do things a little bit differently than we did with the last characters. Okay, once per turn, Sonetta is refunded an action point. Maybe we could do more of like a dagger hunter. So daggers do bonus damage on flanking attacks, right? That seems like it could be really powerful, depending on exactly how much bonus damage it is. Fire does not... Okay, so we have had Elementalist before. 1 true damage to hostile creatures who enter adjacency just doesn't seem very good. Like, this rarely comes up, and then it's going to do such a small amount of damage when it does. Maybe we just go Elementalist, even though it is a thing we had before. Stunt chance up on, probably on, what's her name? Sonetta then, right? So, first order of business, we break these things down and hack up their parts. Second order, though. Well, we can't very well go back to sweeping cobblestones after this. This is the whole thing in this world. Anybody who has one weird experience is just like, well, life a heroism for me. And not with such a clear path in front of us. Well, this is right. Perhaps we were meant for this. We'll hunt them, we'll find them, and we'll dig these splinters out of the world. We'll need a company name. Yeah, something to remind us of who we are now. How we changed on this day. Everyone is still very skeptical, but Ullus clearly already has one in mind. Oh, I do like Bat's Bounty. That's very good. I was going to enter my own company name this time, but Bat's Bounty is A tier. Sure, I don't have any better ideas. Here follow the tales of Bat's Bounty. Alright, so the Watchman... Okay, it's a new card for the deck. I do not fear you, Watchman. In fact, I think you're super cool and I want to hang out with you. Oh, yeah. We are definitely recruiting. That's the thing I'm interested in. Got ourselves one of those decisive loners. Or we can pick from Legacy. So the Mountain family is dug in this town. We do have just enough Legacy points to bring on Zinmir. I mean, I feel like that would be a cool thing to do to sort of like unite our two. I'm going to do it. We're doing it. Welcome aboard, Zinmir Mountain, the Poetical Coward. I should warn you, most people think they know how they react to battle, but really they have no idea. Oh, you don't say. Okay, Zinmir needs help getting his gear ready. Who will help him? I guess everybody will? Right, we don't actually have a meaningful timer on this one, I don't think. Okay, a rivalry has developed. They have not benefited from spending a lot of time together. So we should just scout every tile and prep everything, right? All right, let's go fight some new friends. So I don't know exactly what we're going to do to sort of like distinguish Galadglin from Zinmir. This is it, Ashendale Folly. The Morthagi are around here somewhere. Keep your eyes peeled. I will fight soon enough, but first... What? Who are you? What are you doing here? This person's name is Urson. We're Bat's Bounty, but never mind that. This is Ashendale Folly, isn't it? Home of the best brews this side of Summerfairy. Oh, she wants to stop and get drunk. Your spirits have been called the Nectar of the Gods. Yeah, this is Ashendale Folly, and you heard right about my spirits, but I ain't brewed nothing these past few weeks. But why? Thrice cursed Morthagi scum is why. Come on in, see for yourself. Ugh, that's putrid. The foul use of my fine establishment. They got me brewing up this vile concoction for them. I bring them fresh batches every few days in the ruins. Pour it right into their veins. I mean, if they have veins, that is. It does something wicked to them, this brew. Makes them faster and stronger. So wait, they like had a conversation with him about this? It was not my... Maybe I have been misapprehending exactly what sort of creature they are. Why are you helping them? They have my wife. Oh. Well. Alyss has a plan. Let's let Alyss attempt her scheme here. So she said they pour this into their veins. That's right. You should see how they glow afterward. How do you feel about making a special batch? What are you planning, Alyss? That we mess with the formula. Was that not clear? Did people not get that? Are you sure about this? Yes, we're right here. We still don't know if that check, that 61% actually succeeded or not. I guess we'll find out when he puts it in. Okay. Hello, I'm here with today's batch. And they just wheel right up, and then, wow, that's, ugh. Oh, it's kind of how hummingbirds feed, which is totally gross. At first, it seems nothing happens, and then it's working. They're all green, and also bubbles are happening. And as we all know from video games, that means poison. Poison is basically just bubbles that float up off of you. Okay. They all suffer 2 damage to start the mission. I mean, it's something. So Galadglin, let's just get up here and kick the door open very dramatically. And then, okay, and then nothing happens. Zinmir, also get up here. Probably grab a little something. Oh, wow. Hey. Hi, everyone. So we could do a splinter blast here. Two damage, one shred, one pierce. Or I could cast Steel Fire in such a way that it will actually hit all three of them, really? Oh, I see, because it partially passed through both of their squares. That's pretty handy. So if I have him run up and do a slam, does it not? Oh, well, I guess we don't. I was kind of hoping that slamming would allow him to knock the one enemy into the other enemy for extra damage, for damage on that thing at the very least. Looks like it doesn't actually work that way, sadly. So you're not going to be able to kill that thing no matter what. I'm just going to run Galaglin in. We're going to get the flank. And I guess I'm going to take this really bad shot. I mean, that guy is still standing in a fire, so... Alright, if we have Zenmir hit from here, then at least if he misses, this should count as a flanking attack. Alright. Oh, that was it. I was going to say, if there's anything left, we'll just chill out for a second here. Wait for that fire to burn out. So, an offhand shield. Take one less damage from non-flanking attacks. I think this is... Galadglin's going to be a one-handed fighter. Alright, that's the last of them. You can come out now, Urson. That was incredible. You were amazing. But, Kimia, where is she? Ah, look, over there. Urson, is that you? She's just been crouching behind this pile of gears this whole time. Alright, well, we reunited them. He gets to pretend that he did anything here at all. You know, listen, I'm not going to bust his balls in front of his partner. I couldn't have done it without these folks. I could never repay you, but you'll never want for something fine to drink. And Ulyss is just overwhelmed with happiness upon hearing this, I'm sure. Alright, well, we may as well take the time to secure. We need to sit around and heal anyway. Definitely catalog everything. Find me some cool items. What did we get? Was it neat? It was a Ring of Cunning. Well, you know, accuracy is good. I'm inclined to give it to, like, Zinmir. I'm just thinking Sinetta is, if we're doing things right, Sinetta is going to be attacking on the flank a lot, so she's going to get that free accuracy. So it probably should be Galadglin or Zinmir. And Zinmir hits harder. He's got a bigger weapon, so... These mountains, sadly, are impassable, as are those. Okay, well, not a lot of directions we could possibly go in here. I wonder if it's going to be the case on each story, that the first part of it is just really straightforward. Very little branching to do. Alright, what is going on here at Merla Rest? What was the guy's name we're supposed to keep an eye out for? Kaldolf, I think. Kaldolf. You know, from what I know of hillfolk, they normally spread themselves out over the landscape. Better to enjoy the vistas. Well, these aren't exactly normal times, though. And his wife seemed concerned, anyway. Of course she is. Old Kaldolf seems distracted. Starts spending more and more time out in the ruins, watching the goats, or so he says. I'd be concerned, too. Oh, is that the story? And sometimes he wouldn't even come home at night. Lady seems at a loss. This relationship had some deep weeds in there. How do you get people to tell you these things? My trustworthy face and sensible outfit, how else? Clouds grow like lichen over the sky. They pick their way through the building bones until a shout rings out from close by. Come on, come on! Up the hill, a man stands against a monument. His gaze darts between the sky and the shadows of approaching Drolvin. Oh, Drolvin. That is a thing that we have not yet seen before, I think. Let's sneak in while he's got their attention. We will use him as a diversion. Wait, really? The situation only improves with dead Drolvin. Let's make that happen as quickly as possible. From pillar to wall, they move in quickly. Yeah, I like it. It's a very aggressive problem-solving style, but also one that doesn't get me murdered. It's the best of both worlds. Also, I see a fire spirit. Look how adorable they are. The darts in particular. All right, yeah, we are going to hug the fire spirit real quick here. Who has the ability to hug that fire spirit? Okay, everybody, it turns out. I don't know whose weapon I really want to... You, I guess? Have we seen what a fire elemental staff does? I don't think so. It's all right, little one, but what a story you'll make. Yeah, absolutely give me fire weapon. Why would I not want fire weapon? The root limb of necrotism. Stunt effect damages up to 3 nearby enemies. Okay, hey, that seems pretty solid. Also, that name is very weird and aggressive, and I'm extremely into it. I did not realize we were going to have control over this dude. Probably best he falls back a little bit. So the rest of us are invisible. I'm gonna creep way up here. So we need to find a knife for Sinetta as soon as we can. And she doesn't have any melee weapon at all right now. So yeah, I'm gonna have you back up a little bit. Let's just try to like lure them into the space between the lot of us. And then we will leap out and we will shout surprise. Okay, they're doing a little bit of overwatching, thinking they're extremely clever. I'm just gonna hit him. We get a nice, clean, guaranteed murder there. And then you should interfuse like a big rock or something. We could splinter blast or... There we go, discus. Here's what I'm looking for. Okay, we got the damage over there too. So Kaldolf is far enough back that he's not going to be able to contribute, which is probably fine. I do want him to survive. Do I just want to shoot the dart? So I have to go all the way over here for the flank. Actually, I could probably flank him from... Yeah, I can flank him from here. Because the shot was all the way from the front. There you go, 90-degree offset. Oh no, his Drolvin blood. A single point of healing does not seem all that significant necessarily. All right, must stay in range and maintain clear line of sight. Get engaged, and then I guess I just like run up on you. All right, so he's got the attention. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to discus that thing. That said, it's dead, right? Like, there was a small chance that Ullus would miss her attack, probably. Sonetta and Zinmir have fallen in love. Hey, look at that. So we got ourselves just some free armor. It was just, it was just laying around. It's not exactly... These two have their gear types reversed, but I'll take it. Better than just leaving him in his humble beginnings. And this is just flat bonus damage. Feels like a Sonetta thing. The clouds begin to disperse, and Ullus regards the man who is now rubbing his arms and staring at the ground. Kaldolf? Do I know you? Your wife sends her regards. And he's got feelings. So, what's the story? Watching the goats? Well, the goats do like it here. They climb the ruins. Oh, and they're very cute. But that's not... When the hills began to get more dangerous, I thought it might be time to finally use the Stormwell here. This? What is it? I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. This thing's been on the family land forever. My aunt said it was Kyorin. We had stories that it could... Alright, this is going to sound crazy, but that it could give you power. And my family are abysmal storytellers, see? Terrible imaginations. So I thought, well, maybe they're not just stories. Maybe I could, protect the goats. This euphemism is starting to slip away from me a little bit. And my wife, my Shaywine, if I could get a hold of that power... It takes research, some old family recipes, and time. Lots of time to get a Stormwell to give up its secrets. I didn't want to tell Shaywine. Rather, she came up with a story of her own. Better than the story of a goat herd trying to wear a hat 2 sizes too big for him. That's a shame, though. I needed maybe one more good storm. The clouds looked promising today. I thought I could finish the process before the monsters got here. No such luck. It was silly, now that I've seen what fighting really is. I'm not cut out for it. I'm glad I never told Shaywine. So now you're going to count my goats and go home, yeah. Unless one of you wants it. It's possible. Make the beast pay good next time. The sky's clearing now, but if you want to take me up on it, come back sometime. Ask for Kaldolf Andernus, and Shaywine too. We'll feed you, put you up, give you otherworldly powers, Hills folk hospitality. Okay, yes please. I would like the otherworldly powers, if that's a thing that if we could do that. We should absolutely grant someone the power of the Stormwell. I don't know what it is. I kind of want to give it to Sonetta. It sounds like it's a killing thing. But maybe it could help. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about. I am arbitrarily choosing Sonetta. And then everybody else can just do this thing. Find an item. Yeah. Seems reasonable. Kaldolf and Shaywine welcomed Sonetta and stuffed her full of bristleberry pie and goat cheese while they waited for a storm to roll in. Right, this is more like it. Shaywine, get your boots. You stay. I like to imagine that was not like a goat onomatopoeia. That was just that goat saying, you heroes are all the same. So we go up to the thing, and the storm happens. Kaldolf tinkers with the top of the Stormwell. Careful. And the rumbling begins again. Ah, wonderful. Good side. Almost there. We'll just stand here in the rain, will we? You know what? You call us when you're ready. So, what did you give up? Sorry, for? You know, the whole heroing. You know, like your goats or your spouse, to name some examples at random. Oh. I got lucky, I guess. Zinmir's out here too, so I've gained more than I've lost. Oh, convenient. We got a lot of time ahead, but who knows? Maybe one of us will have to bow out someday. There'll be discussions. Or maybe things will have settled down for good and it won't be an issue. Sinetta's musings are sharply interrupted. By the way, I like the fact that Shaywine came armed. Like, she's ready. If something goes down here, she's ready to mess some monsters up. And he seems to have maybe activated it. It's definitely glowing. It's been a long flower to bloom, but it's quite pretty now, isn't it? The storm well fills with light, or water, or both. It swirls and spills over the sides. I should have asked this before, but am I going to have to fight something? Probably not. What happens now, then? Well, that wasn't in the stories. The ancient voices of the Tempest aren't, like, telling you? Transformations. That's exciting. Let's transform your arms. You will have arms of thunder. Reach in. Sinetta extends her arm into the cold water, and shock snaps up through her shoulder. Feeling fades to static, then swells to power. Okay, that's pretty cool. What did it do? Hey, you think that would have looked good on me? It might have made milking the goats harder. So wait, what's her deal now? She's got an electro arm. 4 magic damage, 4 range. Lightning surges through up to 2 foes, dealing half damage to the second. Stun on stunt. Well, now that's interesting. Maybe she's just not going to make very much use of that ability that we picked up for her. We can now, we can throw her on this, right, to speed it up. Alright, find me something extremely cool. Like this gravel pelt strap. I mean, sure. I guess so. Do we want to... In this early part where there seems to be no time pressure, this seems like a good time to build a pass. Let's get all of our various bridges and stuff up. We have 4 legacy points. So new types of enemies I'm not so worried about. Woken Slinger, I think we can hold off on that. Part of the problem here is that I have no idea how dangerous the different kinds of enemies are, and the only way we're going to learn that is by actually fighting them. Alright, we have opened a passageway. Let us go forth and scout. We're gonna build a pass here as well. We're gonna make as many paths as we can here in the early part. One evening on a long road through Clear Angel Field. Ullus! Ullus! Ullus, there you are. Come with me, hurry. What's wrong, Galadglin? Did you find something scouting? Or no, there's no time. Come quick. And then he just dashes off and abandons her there. Okay. Eventually she comes along. Well, slow down, Galadglin. Wait for... Surprise! Wow, Galadglin, this is amazing. You may play the flirt, but I know you're a romantic at heart. That's a weird thing to say, as though those two things are opposed and not very often common to the same people. This is so beautiful and sappy and perfect. It's just like you. Is this a date? Yes, of course it's... Yes, obviously it's a date. What are you talking about? I do want it to be. And then they didn't show us the sex scene. Fingers crossed. Just two little papercraft figures moving up and down slightly. Ullis and Galadglin have fallen in love. Okay. Things are going well for everybody. We're all having a great time here. So we should definitely build ourselves a station. So we have a little bit better idea what they do. I think we probably have more use for leather armor than we do for cloth, right? Only one person in the party is likely to want to wear stuff made of too much fabric. And I know that all of the outfits required some amount, but... Alright, we've discovered... what is this called? Ardzod's Briskfen. Well, let's drive out these Morthagi. So I noticed Sinetta's been gone a while. Any clues why? Hey, you think something's got her? This peddler may know. Why would this peddler know? Oh, peddler woman. Sorry, who? Excuse us, peddler woman. We're wondering if you've seen a lady pass this way. Dressed for the wilderness? Well, firstly, I'm not selling anything. Could have been any time in the past couple days. Where are you coming from? A small village near what we used to call Drumcairn Stand. It's not... Oh, Drumcairn Stand's where she was headed. Giving it a look. But you never saw her. Sorry, no, but listen. Folks have been disappearing back there. The I don't know what's got into them. But it's not safe. I packed my things and I'm heading out. Your friend, well, I hope you find her. The woman in her cart roll along. Huh, maybe something really did get her. That's possible, I guess. Then we get her back. Come on. Anything? No, you? No, it's a little village, but I doubt they all packed and left. From a gully among the rocks rises a brief gust of voices. Come, Great One. They're all beseeching the Great One. And hey, look, there she is. Just use your crazy lightning arm to get out. Is the Great One gonna... I'm not sure they have a Great One. Does this normally work for you? Yeah, hush up, you. Yeah, hush. Come, Great One, we've brought your gift. Spare us. The urgent cries and amber torchlight are easy for you to follow in an otherwise still night. Sinetta's cage is makeshift, but sturdy. This is a sacrifice, isn't it? Well, not if we stop it. I mean... We're going to end up fighting their Great One either way, I suspect. We're going to rescue Sinetta by force, right? So we've already decided this is a very violent group of people. Turn and run, fools. See, that's my friend you've caged up, and I will kill you if you stand against us. Look at how fancy my staff is. Not one step closer. The Great One demands sacrifice. All our lives are at stake. Wrong. I think it's just yours. We are totally going to abandon you to whatever this problem is, apparently. From within the cave, a blue glow grows, and a hungry growl echoes. Oh, you idiot, it's too late. We can only hope it will sate itself on you. Well, that's not a very nice thing to say. Oh, the Great One. The flames crackling from its back seem to whisper beguiling words. An awful hunger lights its bottomless gaze. I think that we should not probably melee that enemy. That's my feeling. Okay, so they're all walling up. I don't love that we're killing these people. You know, maybe in the end it will turn out it was just a little bit of harmless fun. We knocked them all out. Oh, that's a shame. But it does set us up for the flank, which we cannot quite get with the good weapon. Yeah, that's a real shame. Oh, hey, look who it is, stomping through the scenery and ruining everything. How much damage does your attack do? 7? All right, I think I'm going to push the archers real fast. Wow. Just actually impossible to hit. We need a way of having somebody else move Zinmir or the enemies around. Because he has that thing, right? That, we could do that. I'm inclined to just take Discus again. Honestly, I think it's very good most of the time. But he has that thing that allows him to not end his turn by melee attacking, right? If I'm remembering correctly. I know the Great One's probably a bigger threat, but I feel like we should remove the archers as quickly as possible. Okay, there we go. Ooh. All right, that's fairly harsh. Wow, so is that, actually. I don't know. He doesn't seem so great to me. Well, I think I will replace his Link Mail. He is definitely more of a damage-oriented brawler. The Great One is extinguished, reduced to ash. The fools who fed it on the flesh of innocents have paid with their lives. Sonetta and the rest make a weary return from the cave in the gully. You're a true friend, Ellis. I want you to know I'm grateful. It's fine. You've earned your loyalty. Just remember this when you think of stealing away with whatever you find. Well, I will remember it, but... Dawn climbs onto the distant hills as a young woman approaches. Let me first thank you, strangers. My name's Gianna Fristelmill. Wow, really? And my parents were among the first sacrificed by that woman and her posse. All of us wound up under their thumb. Now that they're gone, I think all of us are going to pick up and leave these cursed stones behind. Yeah, I get it. Sometimes forgetting is the only way forward. And you're welcome to take what we can't carry. Use it well. And remember that you'll always have our gratitude. Though I'm sure you won't recall our names and faces. We'll cherish yours. It turns out to be a cold morning. Clouds trending up from the east devour the sun. Sonetta and the others head out after salvaging some of the things the villagers leave behind. The lair of the Great One will be overgrown with weeds, and the atrocities committed there will one day pass from memory. The bones of these abandoned buildings will long stand as a testament to the dangers of fear and the poisonous desperation it breeds. That was like that was big narration for what was ultimately, in a mechanical sense, an extremely minor encounter. So we are absolutely gonna build passes through all of these mountain ranges, because it seems like we have the time. And if an incursion occurs, we'll just deal with it. So we have a potency bracelet. Well, I mean, feels like we may want to give that to the person who has the person who has the interfusion ability. Okay, yes, there's nowhere else even to go. Let's just build a bunch of passes. Extra damage from raccoons. I do not much care for the trail of corrupted garbage, but I'd be more worried about enemies. Yeah, I'm not going to spend any legacy points here. I'd be more worried about enemies exploding into garbage. If we had the opportunity to cancel some of that, I probably would. So it's still not really... Okay, spawn rate times 1.1 from 2 infested. Okay, so the number of infested tiles does affect the speed of the next incursion. Let's just go ahead and scout this way. Rather than starting up the pass, I want to do this so that when the incursion forms, we're right in front of it. Ullus has eyes for a new lover. Galadglin, meet Dugalea. The name is Duigel, actually. She's got dimples, see? Count them. 1, 2. Charming. She has a journey to go on, so I offered to go with her. Sorry, go with? Yeah, so here's what it is. My father was captured by roaming Dravin. Oh. Well, maybe we should go get the company. The company? No, well, it's not too many Dravin. Oh. Still it is some Dravin, so... And they have captured my whole family. He's not buying the story. He sees what is happening here. Am I the one reading too much into this? So we'll get going then. Duigalea says, my name's just Duigel, actually. Oh, well, what's in a name anyway? Huh. She's serious? Hold up, at least take me along. You wouldn't mind, would you, sweet Ullus? Oh, that's even better. Both of you. Listen, I'm not here to judge. So we're all, listen, we were all eventually... Oh, wait, hold on a second. Zinmir, just fall back to... Yeah, you don't need to go any further. Actually, Zinmir should probably just go back with the rest of them, right? Yep, the incursion's coming. He's not going to stop it by himself, that's for damn sure. It's an awkward, quiet trek. Many of the shortcuts Duigel seems to know well are unfamiliar to Galadglin. You reckon that's a little bit of a metaphor there? It's not like I would have done anything. It's natural for us, men and women, but honesty matters to me, Ullus, and trust. I'm not necessarily saying... I know. I honestly didn't have a plan to be, to go far. And don't you think the absence of a plan is its own kind of plan? That's a very fair point. We're here. I mean, listen, we don't know if they had some kind of agreement about... We're very in the dark about exactly what goes on between these people when the sort of the camera is off of them. The thick line of forest rises before them, not clearly menacing, nor even remarkable. Birds and squirrels and the things in between make their sunset sounds. They've got my brother in there. You better let me go on alone. I know these woods. You come when I call. Yeah, I feel like... So this I'm not letting her out of my sight. At this point, this is not a trustworthiness thing. This is like we're concerned she's going to get herself hurt, right? I think we're going to wait for the signal, though. She seems to know the place better than we do. I trust her. Come on, let's wait. Poke around the ruins. I'm telling you, whatever you think will happen, you're going to be disappointed. Maybe. Disappointment isn't the worst thing. Better to chase something and not catch it than to spend your life stagnant and wondering. Now, that sounds nice. I do wonder if it works out. Well, what do you really want? And does it include me? Of course it does. It just also includes Oh, hey, there's something. Also, noises behind us. Hey, Ullis, here's a wild theory. Ullis stoops to pick up a small relic half buried in the rubble. What if this was all a ploy to get us to stand out here defenseless, and Duigel was just going to sell us to some Draven slavers, and they've each got swords? Huh, that's oddly specific. We did find a thing that gives stunt chance. I guess I'll give it to Ullis. You know, she does have that fire staff. A storm throat. Turning its nose to the earth and sky, it hunts, it seeks, it bellows like a thundercloud. Alright, and Sonetta is here too, because we did have the whole party come back. So, what is that? A Draven shrine. Okay, nothing special, just gives us shackle. I guess Galadgin's just gonna pick a side here. Now that's a big pile of spears. That's gotta be useful. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna grab a hold of this thing, and we're gonna bone lance this nerd. All right, so we caught the cover a little bit, but on the whole, I think that was pretty successful. Okay, so if I shoot at him, 4 damage, 6 range. If we jump jolt, yeah, I think I definitely want to use the magic arm as much as possible. It seems very cool. I don't know if that flickering was actually in the game or if that was my monitor. Hopefully it didn't look too weird. All right, excellent work. You know, solid try. Let's... Here, if we move over to here, we give him the wall bonus. We can hit this thing in the back. So it seems like if I just click on the enemy, the game defaults to using her weapon rather than her extremely cool arm, and that's hard to understand. Heroism has been fine. Engage also engages all enemies adjacent to Galadglin and gives even more armor per engaged enemy. +1 damage for every 2 missing health. That's interesting. I'm going to take the engage upgrade. Because it seems like it shouldn't be too hard to stand adjacent to one thing, engage something else, and end up effectively taunting 2 enemies and gaining 4 armor. And that seems very powerful to me. A low mood fogs their otherwise cloudless return. But the last evening, a storm welcomes them back to Lizardcairn. I suppose I'll never really be happy. Well, love is a rainbow of feelings, of experiences. The joy of love is in the variety, intensity of its hues. And happiness, well, aren't we all still trying to define that? Oh, Galadglin, you're hopeless. I am? I just get swept up in things, ideas, longings, but I'll always pull you back to me. You will, for now. I don't think he's quite caught on to the fact that she's not going to be happy with just one part. Well, whatever, it's fine. Ullis pulls motes of heat out of the air and gathers them into a single point, creating an interfused blaze on any tile with debris. That is kind of neat. We can turn Infernal Rain into a proper area of effect spell, which it already sounds like. I kind of like the idea of her just being able to create a lot of fires, though. All right, so let's travel everyone back this way and try to everybody try to intercept that incursion, shall we? All All right, how do we... There definitely is an intercept command. Oh, they'll be here in one day. I guess let's just hang out. We're not actually going to get any fortification done, but I choose to try to build tier 1 defenses. Go ahead. Ah, the pillaging Warthagi have arrived. Oh no. All right, let's get them. The Warthagi have come. Finally, they can be heard. Unusually quiet, but unmistakable. Like oiled machinery, like bones sliding on velvet. How should the defenders respond? Probably with murder. I was gonna do a murder. Oh, do we fight with cunning? It seems like cunning is maybe what we're best at. Yeah, alright, let's do some of that. We're violent, and we like our violence to be effective. Concealed amid their surroundings, they elude the frustrated eyes of their enemy. Choosing the moment to strike is up to them. So I assume we're going to start Grey Planed here. Also, flanking attacks get a damage bonus. And also, that's a lot of dudes. That is a large number of scary Morthagi. So we can see one. We've also got control of the villagers, it looks like. So what's your deal? You're just random archer person. And then Sinetta. Okay, one of the watchmen is over here. So it looks like this side is pretty much clear. We probably want to take out the weldling pretty early, because otherwise it's going to start a bunch of fires, and that's going to make things really awkward. So I'm not going to jump it this turn. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put him right here in Guardian mode. And we're going to move these units down to meet him. And then over here, do I think that Ullis can lead these villagers to success against this creature? I'm going to move up a little bit. Is there anything else around here? Okay, there isn't. Yeah, I'm not going to attack this either. We're gonna just move forward and be patient. I don't know if interfusing is going to break stealth. My guess is it probably will, so I'm just going to... Aha, you fool! Okay, so... They ran right into my millstone. Brilliant trap. Okay, interfusing does not, in fact, break Grey Plane. Good to know. All right, really good time for a stunt. So that gives us... boy, do I think this thing is going to turn around? I'm going to just put this guy in this doorway. He's going to wait here. All right. Spectics do not have a lot of health. I'm going to run up on the Spectic. Can Zinmir? Yes. With that movement done, Zinmir can, in fact, just finish this thing off. And then you only have 5 total health. Sadly, I cannot kill you with a single attack, but what we can do is get a very clean double hit. Okay, here comes the Watchman. I'm not too worried about this, honestly. All right, Zinmir is probably just double moving northward. So, do we have... Yes, okay, there we go. Wild Grasp is what I was looking for. I'm going to have to move up to take advantage. So now if we can get the hunter over to... There we go. Sadly, you are not able to get close enough to get that that free gray plane armor ignoring attack. I guess just chill out right here for the moment. We're going to do pretty poor damage against this thing at first. So it's going to do 3 to 5 damage on attack. I mean, I think I do want to get started. So I'm going to have you just fire at it from here. Okay, good shot. Oh, I can't quite get 90 degrees offset. Well, that's unfortunate. And also, I was one tile too far away to electrocute it. Do we need to get fancy here? I mean, just another Wild Grasp will finish the job. Unless I miss entirely. There we go, it's fine. You know, teamwork. We just got a little bit of teamwork. Alright, should be easy enough to clean this up from here, I would think. Very straightforward, but it's still going to involve another fight and everything, so... I think that's something that we will we'll finish up next time. So far, the first chapter of this story has looked very similar to the first chapter of the last story, although perhaps with some slightly more complicated romantic endeavors being attempted. So when you come back next time, we're going to wrap this up and then see what future chapters hold. And we'll see you then.